For everything scary, I'm GMHaunts, and today I'm going to be ranking my top 10 favorite Spirit Halloween themes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the big one. This is a very, very big video, and I think one that a lot of people out there will enjoy. Today, I decided to sit down and rank my top 10 favorite Spirit Halloween themes. Now, I wanted to do a video ranking my top 10 favorite Spirit Halloween animatronics, but I decided that that's a lot harder, and I would save that for a later video. Wink, wink. If you guys want to see that for a later video, my top 10 favorite animatronics, definitely let me know. But for today, I wanted to rank my top 10 favorite themes or ISEs, in-store experiences, from Spirit Halloween throughout the years. So the first Spirit Halloween theme that was created and that was done in stores was the Fright Zone back in 2007. Now obviously since 2007, there has been a lot of different ISEs and different themes that have occurred in Spirit Halloween stores, and today I'm going to be ranking my top 10 favorite. So sit down, lean back, grab a snack, grab a drink, whatever you want to do, sit back and relax as I rank my top 10 favorite Spirit Halloween themes. Starting out with number 10. So I'm going to have to give number 10 of my list to Spirit Valley Farms. Now, I want to give Spirit Valley Farms the number 10 on my list because it's not my favorite theme, obviously, but I still wanted to give it some sort of honor because I do believe it is a cool theme. For starters, I think the animatronics in this ISE, in this in-store experience, were very interesting. For example, you had Headless Horseman, you had Mean Old Gramps, you had Zombie Swing Girl, you had the Harvester, you had Wolf Spitter, you had Limb Ripper. You had a lot of really cool animatronics, all from 2012, that I think fit into this aesthetic of a farm very well. For example, in the back of this barn, you also had the wolf section. The wolf section had Wolf Spitter and it had Limb Ripper, and I think these wolves kind of did fit in to a farm and barn display. You had Mean Old Gramps that was sitting in the kind of big tower part in the front there. Zombie Swing Girl, I think, kind of did fit in to the thing, and I really like the big barn cardboard display that was built in kind of the main attraction in this display. I know they kind of redid this theme in 2018 when they did the regular Spirit Acre Farms, so they kind of redid it, but either way, I like this 2012 version a lot more. The Spirit Valley Farms, I like it more. I think it was more unique, and I think the animatronics definitely fit into the theme, and the animatronics, again, were very cool. The Headless Horseman is a really, really cool prop, and I think it did fit in to this farm aesthetic. But that is why I wanted to give the Spirit Valley Farms the number 10 spot on my list. Moving on, we're going to get over to number 9. So I'm going to have to give number 9 to a very, very familiar theme because it's so familiar because it was only this past year. I'm going to give number 9 to none other than Reaper's Island Village. So I really like the Reaper's Island Village theme. Again, even though it's not my favorite theme, I still wanted to give it an honor. The reason I like this theme, and I know there's a lot of controversy about this theme out there. A lot of people don't really like this theme or the cave. They think they're kind of boring. But I'm going to give you my reasons on why I do enjoy this theme. I think the silk flame machines that were involved in this theme were very unique and something that we've never seen before done by Spirit Halloween. These silk flame machines were a very unique ISE and in-store experience piece that we haven't seen them do a piece like that would be sold to public at the end of the year in any other theme. I also really like the kind of aesthetic that they've gone with this. Again, the combination of the flames, the tower, the Reaper's Island banner, it all came together to create a really cool island and jungle aesthetic. Another good thing that was included in this theme was the fake grass that was put all over the theme. Again, I think this all came together to create a jungle aesthetic that really came out and gave the kind of feel of Reaper's Island. Even though Reaper's Island Village, which was in the back of 2020, I didn't really like as more, I do think Reaper's Island was a cool theme and definitely deserves to have some sort of spotlight on my list. Even though the animatronics didn't really fit in the theme, it actually didn't really is an understatement. They did not fit in the theme. Crouchy, the Butcher, Punctured Pete, these guys didn't really fit on the theme. Pennywise, Sam, they didn't really fit in a Reaper's Island theme, but I do like the design that was created of the cardboard for this theme. Again, these silk flame machines, the watchtowers, the grass, I think it all came together to create a cool jungle aesthetic, and even though those animatronics didn't fit, I think the cardboard really did look nice and came together on this theme very nicely. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at number 8 on my list. So for number 8, I'm going to give it a theme that I know a lot of people really, really like, and a lot of people probably have this as top 3. But it is going to Last Chance Gas. So Last Chance Gas, obviously, I think is a really cool idea and a pretty good execution. So obviously, Last Chance Gas was a cool idea because we had never seen anything like a gas station in any other Spirit Halloween in-store experience. I think how they executed this was very, very nice. With the Last Chance Gas sign, you had the bathroom and the convenience store section of it, and you had that little entrance island that had Barnyard Butcher and See-Through Cindy on it. And again, I do think it all came together very nicely. The reason I'm going to give this number 8 is because the animatronics didn't totally fit in this theme. Barnyard Butcher is an amazing, amazing, amazing animatronic, and I really, really love him to death. Get it? Love him to death. But I love that animatronic, but as cool as he is, I don't really think he fits into a gas station theme. Same with See-Through Cindy, same with Eliminating Zombie Boy. But to the same token, I don't know what would fit into a gas station theme. Either way, again, similar to how I'm talking about Reaper's Island, I think the cardboard and the design of it was very, very unique and not like anything else we had seen before. And I think this was one of the first themes where it started to get more complicated and the design started to get bigger, more fabulous, and more of a thing that was in-store experiences were becoming a big thing in Spirit Halloween stores. Again, I really like that bathroom section. Oh, one thing I'll say, I think Pop-Up Zombie Toilet definitely did fit into this theme, but that was probably one of the only ones that actually fit. But again, I like the different sections of this theme that were put in with the cardboard. One of my favorite things about this is in the bathroom section, how you have the wood that's actually going over it to kind of seal it shut, where you have Rosemary. I really like that section, and I think that was a really cool design from Spirit Halloween, and that is why it gets number 8 on my list. Moving on, we're going to be taking a look at number 7. So next up on my list, we have number 7. And for number 7, I'm going to be giving it to the 2013 Spirit Asylum. So Spirit Asylum, I think, is one of the most unique themes that we have ever gotten from an in-store experience. Obviously, hence the name, it is a creepy asylum filled with a whole bunch of amazing animatronics. So one of the reasons why I put this on my list was because I love this theme both for the design, but also for the animatronics. Every animatronic that was in the Spirit Asylum fit seamlessly. You had the convulsing nurse, a nurse in an asylum. You had the cemetery angel. You had a wheelchair psycho. You had death row. Every animatronic fit in this idea of a mental hospital or a crazy asylum. Everything fit perfectly. I love the design of the plastic fencing going around it. I love the sirens that were on the entrance. I love the big Jack the Reaper on the sign that said Spirit Asylum. And I think it all really came together to create a creepy aesthetic. One of my favorite things was how the risers actually looked like kind of rusted out floor, and the risers made it look all gross. And again, I really, really like this theme for how well the animatronics fit. And I definitely believe that this was one of the last themes where the animatronics fit so perfectly. Now, we're going to be moving on to number 6. So for number 6, I have a theme that I think a lot of people look down on and kind of forget, or either don't like, or say it's trash. But I think this is a cool theme. For number 6, I'm going to have to give it to the Ruins from 2014. So I think the Ruins is a really cool idea, and I'm going to tell you why. Again, this is another theme that I think it was a very unique idea and not anything we had seen before. A ruin, and the way it was executed, again, was very unique. We had never seen anything like a Ruins or like broken down buildings in any other in-store experience, and I think this one was very unique. It had a bunch of fallen over kind of fallen over towers. Everything was all green looking, so it actually looked like moss was growing over it. In the front, you had the gates. You had untimely death, which I think really fit well into this theme. And you had a couple sections with you had a section with a whole bunch of pumpkin stuff, with Pumpkin Nester, with I'm trying to think, whatever the name, comment down below. I'm forgetting what the name of the pop-up one is. But you had all these pumpkin animatronics in the pumpkin section. You had Witch of Stolen Souls, you had the Harvester, you had the Cornstalker. You had so many cool animatronics all crammed into this theme. One thing that's really cool about the ruins, I think, is that originally it was supposed to have another tower that you actually walk through to get into the ruins. But unfortunately, in 2014, they did not have the technology to make this safe and make it plausible, so it got deleted, and it just ended up being a regular theme. I think it would have looked even cooler with a walkthrough aspect to it, and it definitely would have been the first walkthrough way before we actually ended up getting it. But that is why it gets number 6 on my list. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have gone down to the top 5 Spirit Halloween themes on my list. So let's check out number 5. So as we get down to these top 5, these are truly my top 5 favorites of all time, and this is when it actually gets the really cool themes that I really enjoy. For number 5, I'm going to be giving it to the 2017 Area 31. So I think Area 31 is an absolute tremendous, a fabulous, and incredible theme that was created by Spirit Halloween. The uniqueness, the idea, and the execution exceeded a whole bunch of other themes, and I think it really came out nice. With the plastic fencing going around, the really tall risers, and the animatronics that fit into this theme, I think came out really nice. You had Hazmat Zombie, which definitely fit into an Area 31. You had Area 31 Capsule. You had Cairo Chamber Corpse. You had High Voltage Zombie. Everything that was in this theme also fit into the theme, similar to the Spirit Asylum, and it all fit in perfectly. This might be the last Spirit Halloween theme that we got that every animatronic fit into the in-store experience. I really like the lighting in this theme with the purple fire and ice lights that were on Hazmat Zombie and all of the chambers. I really like the chambers that divided up all the animatronics. One chamber even had the toe tag corpse with the alien variant. That again, it's an alien, and it fit in really nicely into an Area 31 display. You had the fogging basement doors. Even though the fogging basement doors didn't totally fit into the theme, I still think that they kind of fit in somewhat. So it did look cool. I really like how on all the plastic fencing you had the cardboard signs that said Spirit Research Facility and Keep Out and on toxic materials. I think it all really came together to create a really cool desert-like Area 51 environment. And again, I really like the name hinting Area 31 for October 31st. Another thing I really like about this theme is the skyline that was in the back with the UFOs that actually lit up. This is a really, really cool theme with an amazing idea, execution, and animatronics, and that is why it gets number 5 on my list. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a look at number 4. For number 4, we have another one of my favorite themes. I think this is such an incredible theme, and it is the 2012 Terror Mill. So I really think that the Terror Mill is another really cool idea and a really cool execution. So obviously this is a decently old theme, but I think for the time it was very good. That is why one of my main points with this Terror Mill in-store experience is that in 2012, it looked really good for its time. One of my favorite parts about this in-store experience was the torture scene that featured Buzzsaw, Death Row, the High Voltage Box, and Headbanger Zombie. And again, I think all those animatronics fit really well into this torture scene. I really like the water spinner that was in the front of the display, and it definitely looked cool because it actually spun, and the water effect that was underneath it. I think it all came together to really create a cool mill. And again, it was another idea of not something that is just stolen from another thing or a generic idea. To make a terror mill scary is decently hard to do, and I think they did a great job of it. Another thing I love about this theme is in the torture scene, you actually had blades in the background that had blood on it, where you had death row and all of them. And I think it really did create a creepy aesthetic, and this is definitely one of the creepiest themes of all time, and gory themes, because it did have that torture scene. They haven't done anything like that in a long time, and I wish they would, because the Terror Mill is an absolutely amazing theme. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have come down to my top 3 favorite Spirit Halloween themes of all time. So without further ado, let's take a look at the spooky number 3. For number 3, I have an ISC and an in-store experience that I know everybody loves. This is easily a fan favorite, and it is my top 3. It is my 3rd favorite theme of all time. And you know I have to be talking about the 2010 Cirque du Spirit. So obviously the Cirque du Spirit holds a special place in every haunter's heart. It is an amazing, amazing theme that I know every collector, every haunter absolutely loves it. The reason I have this as my 3rd favorite is because it is such a creative idea, and the execution again was just incredible. I can't describe to you how amazing the execution of the Cirque du Spirit was. Obviously, you had Uncle Charlie, the original, you had Bite-Sized Clown, you had Bone Collector, you had a ton of amazing animatronics that 100% fit into this theme. It really created the aesthetic of a off-the-road, kind of side-of-the-road, carnival kind of side attraction, and I definitely think the characters and animatronics in this theme fit in there. Again, Bite-Sized Clown, Uncle Charlie, Bone Collector, Caged Beast, they all fit into a kind of creepy carnival, creepy circus idea, and I think it was executed really well with that big circus tent that went over it. Another one of my favorite things about this theme was the big kind of posters that were all around it that had pictures of the animatronics. One had Uncle Charlie, one had the Magic Mirror, one had Bone Collector, one had Caged Beast. I really liked how it actually really did look like a creepy off-the-road attraction, and I really, really liked the aesthetic of it. Another one of my favorite things was the close attention to detail in this theme. For example, in the Caged Beast section, you had a whole bunch of bones thrown around him, hinting or like making it look like he was eating a whole bunch of people. And again, the attention to detail of the Cirque du Spirit was absolutely incredible, and that is why it gets my 3rd favorite theme of all time. But ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at my 2nd favorite Spirit Halloween in-store experience of all time. For my 2nd favorite Spirit Halloween in-store experience of all time, this is a really, really, really nice theme. I know a lot of people love it, and that's why it gets number 2 on my list. And of course, it is the Zombie Wasteland. The Zombie Wasteland from 2011, I think, is easily one of the best themes that Spirit Halloween has ever created in their history of in-store experiences since 2007. From the fake green slime effect, to the animatronics that fit in absolutely perfectly, to the tunnel that you walked through that made it look like you were in a dirty sewer. Everything about this theme was absolutely on point, and the attention to detail was amazing. Again, talking about this again, the green slime effect that made it look like green slime was dropping from the sewer was an absolutely amazing touch, and again, really great for their time in 2011. Another thing is how the animatronics again fit really well into this theme, with Twilight Twitcher, Flesh Eating Zombie, Eaten Alive, Demonica. All the animatronics fit really, really nicely into the theme, and it is so, so cool. I love how the risers had all that green goo on them, and another thing that was really cool about it is in front of the tunnel, you had a whole bunch of barrels that actually looked like real rusted out barrels. Again, they looked really real. They had rusted out barrels that had the Spirit logo on it, and it looked like green goo was dripping out from the top. Again, the animatronics fit really nicely with zombies in a kind of zombie-like sewer. It makes it look like that the green goo turns you into a zombie, and this is why this was just an incredible theme for 2011, excuse me. Again, it was really great for the time. The animatronics fit in perfectly, and it is such a spot-on, incredible, amazing theme. Definitely credit out there to the Zombie Wasteland. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying tuned to number 1, because next up I tell you my favorite Spirit Halloween theme of all time, and it is the Clown Train. So the Clown Train is legitimately my favorite theme of all time. I think that it was such a unique idea and something that, again, the execution was very nice. All the clowns, only clowns, not anything that didn't fit in. The misfortune teller, from the spiky clown mouth with all the teeth on it, to the train carts with the clowns loaded into there. Everything about this was amazing. You even had carnival lights hanging from the train carts to the clown mouth that were blinking in bright colors to make it look like a carnival. You had lights in the train carts, the black light next to Wacky Mole Clown and Thrashing Clown. And again, all the animatronics in this theme not only fit into it, but also were absolutely amazing. You had Wacky Mole Clown, which is my favorite animatronic of all time. Thrashing Clown, which is a really, really cool animatronic. Silent Deadly, which I think is alright. Bloody Back Jokes, who's another amazing animatronic. Dead Humor, who is decent. But again, and Misfortune Teller, who is a really, really great animatronic. All the clowns were really cool. They were very unique for their time, and they were not similar. Bloody Bad Jokes was a hanging prop, which is something we hadn't seen a lot of in 2013, and it just was an absolutely amazing year for Spirit Halloween with the clown train in the Spirit Asylum, and that is why it is my favorite theme of all time. I hope that they bring it back, or do something like that, and maybe in the future we get something that's similar to the clown train, because I absolutely love it. It is such an amazing theme that I really would like to see return. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up my kind of top 10 favorite Spirit Halloween themes of all time. So let's cut to the outro. So it's going to wrap up my top 10 favorite Spirit Halloween ISC's in-store experiences of all time. Let me know by writing a comment down below. Write down your list of your top 10 favorite, or tell me if my list was similar and if you like the same themes I did. Definitely let me know by writing a comment down below. Again, even though the Halloween season is over, I plan to upload horror videos and scary videos throughout the entire rest of the year. If you're a horror fan like myself, or a Spirit Halloween fan like myself, definitely stick around. I have some really cool videos coming, even in the winter and Christmas season. As always, remember, for everything scary, I'm GMHaunts. I'll see you guys later for more spooky videos. Goodbye.